what I've done today. When I get back later, I'm just on a field now. The sun's just setting behind them trees. Got the rollers on. It's very, very, very dusty. You can't actually see the rollers until you turn around at the end of the field. So just locking a bit of moisture in. Although there is some forecast, let me just click you in the holder. If I can do it without putting you off. That's the slide room from the top. Yeah, there is some rain forecast this week. We haven't had any significant rain for a long time. Mute the radio. There you go. That's what we're doing. See, can't see it, can you? Yeah, supposed to get about 30 mil over the next 10 days. Now, the question is, will it make things go all mushy and an absolute mess? Or will it just drop straight through it? Who knows? We've never experienced such dry before. Everyone having a good bank holiday? Hi from Yorkshire. Yeah, I'm supposed to be there tonight. Charlotte's actually on her way. But had a bit too much to do. Been cutting oats today. Well, John has. I've been rolling on the quad track. Andrew's been a bit cobbly this end of the field. To do that, you'll see. You'll see when I turn around. The rollers. You should clear out the dust. I've got a tailwind going that way. And a headwind going this way. There you go. There's the rollers now. Oh, missed it, but the fan on the tractor's just reversed automatically. It's 200, no, 109, no. 98 people watching. Bit short of drizzle. What was that? Morning. It's evening here. Hi from South Wales. Wendy. Hi, Wendy. Massey Mike's watching. Breaking up. Oh, it might be that end of the field. Maybe when I get to the other end, it'll get better again. There's a bit of a hollow in the field. Sunny Southport. Yeah, it is. We're not too far away. Yeah, I had a good day yesterday. I am so tired though, because I think it was about 2 o'clock when I got to bed on Saturday. And then yesterday was a long day as well. Especially when the kids fall asleep in the car and wake up when they get home. Hi from Philadelphia. I wonder what time it is in Philadelphia. Mark is in Mallorca. Hi, Danny. She's obviously in Coventry. What do I make of Wardy's waffle? Yeah, so I talked to Wardy a bit over the last month or so about what he's going to do going forwards. I mean, I'm considering it myself, and I'm a lot younger than Wardy. Don't blame him in the slightest. I don't think I'd have got a contract though. I think I'd have probably just rented it all out to someone and let them have the stress. Looks hot. It is 27.5 degrees though, which for 7:30 at the end of August, it's pretty warm. Sunny West Suffolk. Turn the time switch to the TV. I don't know what he means, turn the time switch to the TV. Only 138 people watching. No, 180 people watching. Wow. Everyone's obviously run out of things to do on a bank holiday. Anyone's got any questions, stick them in the chat. You see the rollers now. In a minute, they'll disappear as we go around the bend. But let me slide you in that holder a bit better, so you don't fall out. We're at the end of the field now, so we'll turn around. and then you'll see the rollers will go out of sight as we go around the bend. And then as we get the other way, they'll go out of sight again because of the dust cloud. So the idea is I make a bit of dust today and it blows onto the other side of the ditch to the neighbours, and then next time it's windy, they'll roll theirs and it'll blow back. Maize is being harvested near to us in Somerset. Yeah, but that's about a month early, is it? 24 degrees in Coventry. This hot here then at 26.7 it says, but the sun is setting behind them trees, so it'll drop pretty quick soon, I hope. YouTube should think. What are your thoughts about Wardy? That's the second person to ask that. Yeah, don't blame him. If I was his age, I'd do exactly the same and probably more. I'd probably rent it all out so we didn't have the hassle. I even consider it now, and I'm 20 years odd younger than him, aren't I? Only 52 likes out of 210 people watching. Why is everyone so miserable? You only have to go like that. You can see here, but there's a manhole there that Morgan redesigned with the contract the other day. Roll around it. Contract has a habit of picking up manholes and moving them without you feeling it. It's bouncing so much. I think everyone's upset watching Morty. Yeah, I mean it's sad, isn't it, when you stop enjoying it, but with the politics, the weather, and the margins, it's hard to enjoy farming and find the positive in it at the moment. I mean, even this summer, it's been relatively easy season, but then it's been a bit relentless. Like if you get a wet day, you get a bit of a time to catch up with things, but it's been full on. And then every day that you have been harvesting has been disappointing. But hasn't been the best. So we put a quad track on the rollers. Well, the quad track's still on the grubber, and it was just bit of messing around. So no point. Would look cool on the rollers, wouldn't it? Could put them on Mr. Thingy's tank. Martin Oxford, well done on the 150. Oh, right, yeah, sorry. I was thinking, who's the Martin 150 subs, but it means me. What's that say? We get bad feminine blow up here in Elgin, and the wind is bad. I've seen the council out with snow ploughs clearing the drifts. Wow, what's your favourite tractor? The one I'm on, 728. Yeah, a few years ago we had a lot of sand blowing up near Ormskirk, and it blew all over the road to the point where the council had to move it. Unusual here. This is the cobbly bit, so I've just pulled back on the joystick. This is the joystick. Down here at the bottom of the screen. No. You can hear it, how loud it is. But you might not be able to because my AirPod might be taking the noise out. It is completely bone dry. The grass is brown again. And the weather will become frequent. I don't know. I mean, we get a lot of wet weather. We think it's normal. We get a lot of dry weather. We think it's the new normal. I mean, what is the definition of weather? Changing climate? I don't know. If it was always going to be the same. Oh, it's yawning. So you're not caught yawn now. If the weather was always going to be the same, we wouldn't have to watch it, would we? Feels the wave from Manchester, Ollie. Okay. Bring on some rain. Voucher or fence. I prefer the fence, although I spent today bailing on that Q series, and it is nice. I mean, we won't talk about the fact it's fence underneath. But it's basically fence transmission and back end coupled to a Sissoo engine. And what I'm sat on now is a fence transmission coupled to a Sissoo engine. Don't you think you can predict the weather looking out the window? What do you mean? If it wasn't farming, what would it do? Don't know. Would you want to be a rally driver? Olivia did. I was driven him a little bit this summer. Need a bit of child labour, don't we? I'm only here till Joe Seals post. Cheers, Chris. Do you like watching the straw blower? He's finished combining and baling, so it's when he's feeding cows now at the moment. He's getting his drain sorted, isn't he? Years ago, we used to have tractors that didn't really have proper cabs. And when you were doing a job like this, you came home completely black and partially deaf after you'd finished. And that was without driving the rollers down the road to get home when they're so loud on the tarmac. Sell some size for straw. Yeah, I could do some more figures some straw up. I've got some stacked outside. Can I explain bushel weight? Right. So we Americans sell grain in bushels, not tons. And for some reason, we call it bushel weight, but it's actually a hectolitre weight. So basically, it's the weight of a litre of grain. So you get a cup that holds a litre, you fill it with grain, and then you weigh it. And if that weighs 700 grams, that means that the bushel weight or the hectolitre weight is 700 or 70. But in order for wheat to be sold, it needs to be 72. And if it's milling wheat, it needs to be 74. So 720 grams for a litre of it. Or if it's barley, I think it's 63 bushel weight. But in America, a bushel is, like I say, is the known amount that they sell it as. But it doesn't really equate to anything in particular metric. Joe's video is out by. What's your hopes for the next budget election? Hoping some of the work that Dan's come up with these alternative arrangements will be adopted, which will protect a lot of smaller family farms. We want the whole thing scrapped, but I can't see them doing that. I mean, they're after everything at the moment now, aren't they? You know, they don't know how to build a thriving economy so that they can collect tax that way. They're just taxing everyone out of existence. Are they getting louder as we go over the cobbles or not because of the bumps? Thanks for explaining it. Does it mean you have to add moisture to the weight of the bushel? No, so it has to be 15% to sell it or less. Adding moisture and taking moisture away doesn't really affect the bushel weight much, to be honest. Apart from if it's very, very wet, it ends up a bit like sugar puffs and it will be light. This field this morning, it was like curbstones, the clods. And now it's not too bad at all. It overflows down here though when even a high tide and bad weather. So government needs to stay out of the way of farmers. We have the same problem government as them, no, it doesn't belong. Where are you then? J Bernie Scope, is it? Oh, you can tell the sun's going down now. We have to turn the aircon off a little bit. I feel it a little bit chilly now. As soon as you stop getting the sun coming through the glass, the aircon becomes far too efficient. But have another open day. Yeah, we do need to do one. Maybe in the winter. This last winter, we hadn't built the offices yet, and it was taken up by a lot of politics, wasn't it? That's a Forest Rosetta said hi. Hi. That's been a really good weather for a bank holiday, hasn't it? The weather for the tractor foot pulling was absolutely perfect. Wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold. Hello from a very dry North Wales. Annie Clark or Anna Clark, it's bounced a bit too much. I'm a changing any crops due to the weather. Well, we need crops that can grow in a really. If anyone's got any, let me know. And the maize has really done well this year. You know, well, last year it was extremely difficult to get it off. I'm opening another 45 minutes and I'll be done on this field and then I can edit a video for you all and go ahead. So now, go down. Yeah, John's been brilliant. It's allowed me to actually see the children growing up. Although I think he does need a day off. He's on about having a weekend off. I think at the end of the week. Yeah, he doesn't like not doing anything. And driving the combine and the sprayer are my favourite job, but I don't get to do them now. So that's probably another reason why I'm not really enjoying farming at the moment. But equally, driving the combine this year would not be enjoyable when you pull into fields and there's no yield in them. Hi from drought-stricken Maine, USA. Is that? Hi from Spain. How do we change the bushel weight? Well, in order for so You can have a ton of grain, and it's a ton of grain, and the bushel weight could be completely different, but it'd take up more volume. So you sell grain by the ton, so it doesn't really make any difference. But I suppose if it's got a heavier bushel weight, you're getting more grains per ton, I suppose, is that you could say, because you can fit a heavier weight into the same volume. So if you put it drier and you clean it and you polish it, it flows very well. So when you tip it in the container that measures the weight, it then more of it fits in. So you get more grains in a smaller space. So the trade will pay more for grains that fit in a smaller space, even though it's just the same grains. It's a bit of a strange system, but it's supposed to indicate how much flour's in it, I suppose, or how much goodness is in it. But it doesn't really make a lot of difference. Hi from Lucas, age 6 in Dublin. Filter out the light stuff, yeah, that helps. Where did John come from? John used to work for my friend David that died 8 or 9 years ago, and he helped his dad. And then when his dad got older, they decided to rent the farm out, and he used to help out his mate a bit on a veg farm, and then started helping us a bit more after the combine run. John basically retired 10 years, so he just kind of came helping and never left. But I think, well, when Andrew was leaving to go somewhere else, John also took the slack up. But obviously, Andrew's back now. But we're still always busy. I reckon I've probably done 2/3 of this field now. That's good. He's some man for it. Yeah, yeah. The only thing we can all see he's tired and needs a day off because he gets a little bit grumpy sometimes. Um, Practical was great. Someone's watching Townsville, Australia. Look what time it is in Australia. Ploughing in the Scottish borders. I don't think you get a plough in the ground down here. Don't get anyone started ploughing locally. Ten to 5 in the morning in Australia. Great to meet as a sort of show. Spring barleyhouse high springs in the northwestern Scotland. 50% is not unusual. Can you buy green ammonia fertilizer from China? They're now producing feelings for it. Oh, I don't know. How would it be green? Use solar panels to produce it. I'll stop yawning. Oh, maybe I should end the live video before I send you all to sleep. And then I'll finish this field and put the main video up. Okay. That's probably the best thing to do. I should have that up in about half an hour. Maybe have it up for 8:30. Dave, how are you? Very tired. Going to Germany this week, actually, to the launch of a new Fendt tractor. It's all a little bit secret until the day. But yeah, that could be interesting for everyone. My dad hasn't had his operation. They basically told him that he's too ill to have it. And that's what's about great farmer Tom. He's too ill to have it, so he can't basically. So he's a little bit upset by that. And he's having to learn to live with the pain of not being able to walk very easily. So whether there's anything else they can do for him, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to shoot to New Zealand for 2 nights when I'm in Brisbane. After the end of the month, end of September. I've got some friends out there, so I'll catch up with them while I'm there. Be nice to see a farm, maybe if we get a chance as well. Where are you traveling? Yeah, yes, to do green ammonia fertilizer renewals. I'm traveling to Brisbane via Bangkok, Singapore, LA, and Auckland at the end of September to talk at a conference. So basically going around the world, managed to book a round the world ticket, reasonably priced. Some dust now, yeah, there is. I've been waffling for nearly half an hour now, so I'm going to leave you all to your evening, and I'll edit the video maybe on some of these straight runs, and I can upload it as soon as I get back to the yard. So, um, thanks for watching. If you've made it this far, and I will see you all in a few. Bye for now.